Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watchman is here with a winter weather update for Europe. Today is Sunday, December 11th, 2022, and today is actually my birthday. Yes, I turned 20 today, which was pretty nice. Today we're going to be talking about the winter weather and the blizzards now affecting Eastern Europe, which is affecting most of Eastern Europe, including Ukraine. Lithuania, portions of Western Russia are getting this also. Lithuania is also getting this. Poland, we're also getting some snow in this area. As you can see, Warsaw area, we're getting some of that lighter bits of snow. Where the rain and the snow is mixing, we're actually getting some freezing rain, some sleet going on there. That's what this orange color in this area is. We've got that sleet, freezing rain in that area where it's pretty cold, in the low 30s, low to mid 30s, upper 20s, but it's just in that area where what is happening is it's falling as a liquid, but right as it touches the ground is freezing, but just above the ground, it is actually actually above freezing. And so as it's falling, it's liquid, but as it gets into that area of colder air, it starts to freeze. It freezes and turns into sleet. It doesn't have time to, form a beautiful snowflake. And so it is just a little teeny tiny chunk of ice. And when it's really windy, you can clearly see we're actually turn on wind and take a look and just see how strong these winds are. As you can see, these areas up here, 35, 30, 25. Definitely in this area, we're definitely seeing those stronger winds of up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. When you start getting in that sleet, it becomes very, very difficult, not only for traveling, but on foot traveling. It's not very comfortable when you got 35 mile an hour winds and you got sleet slamming in your face. It's very, very painful. 30 mile an hour winds here, 25 mile an hour winds up farther north. That is in western Russia. But definitely down here in Ukraine, we are getting stronger winds coming in from the south, around 35 to closer to 40 miles an hour. So around 30 to 35 miles an hour there in southern and central Ukraine. We're seeing still 30 to 35 miles an hour in northern Ukraine, Cherchiv, Shoista. Just to the east of Kiev, we're seeing winds of around 25, maybe as high as 30 miles, maybe up to 30 mile per hour wind gusts. Up to 40 mile per hour wind gusts there in north central Ukraine. If we take a look at the what we're looking at, we're actually seeing rain here. It is currently 48 degrees in the upper 40s, mid to upper 40s in north central Ukraine, so it is definitely coming down as a liquid, more than 10 to 15 degrees away from that freezing mark. You go farther north, we start getting into the low 40s and even into the mid 30s and low 30s, and that's where we're starting to see that transition between rain and snow, and that is sleet up in this color right here. If we go over to wind, right in this area, I put temperature, not wind. Right in this area, right here, that's where we're starting to see some of those stronger winds. So where we're seeing that sleet and snow, that was at 2:05. Let's go to the current time so we are actually looking at the right time. Just do 3:35. I think this is the future here. This is the past. 120 and then 205 right there. So as you can see here, we are starting to see some of the stronger winds of 30 to 35 miles an hour. Still kind of playing around with this, trying to figure out everything. Like what? So confused. Oh, this is like lightning right there. Oh, this is lightning. Oh, okay, I see. That's pretty cool, actually. So back to what we're seeing here with snow, sleet, and rain. We're closely monitoring this. Strong winds, gusty winds at times, and whiteout conditions. Again, as we have seen winds as high as 30 to 35 miles per hour. Here in Lithuania and Vilnius, we are seeing snow falling. As currently those temperatures there are in the mid 20s. They're at around 25 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see those winds around 25 gusting to about 30 miles per hour. So they're certainly seeing pretty gusty winds there, and they're probably definitely seeing, snow being blown around for sure at around 25 miles per hour, and they're definitely seeing gusty winds and probably whiteout conditions a little bit, but definitely not what they're having farther south. Ukraine, again, it's nothing but all. It's just completely all rain down there. All rain in Ukraine at this point in time. If we take a look and see what the future has for us, this is what they're showing. This is the future, as you can see. So again, in northwestern Ukraine, they are having some snow and sleet, mainly not too much of a mixture between snow and sleet. It's either snow and rain, mainly snow or rain there in northwestern Ukraine, as you can see. It's going to continue to move north and lift up on out of here from what I am seeing here. 500 increments. So slowly you can see that we are getting that slow transition farther to the north. But right now, in most of all of Ukraine, it is nothing but cold rain. Farther in southern Ukraine, we're seeing the temperatures in the 50s. And farther up north, again, we're seeing those temperatures in the mid 40s. Farther west Ukraine, we're seeing those temperatures dipping into the mid 30s and even into the low 30s and upper 20s. So for the most part, that is what we're seeing in terms of radar and satellite imagery. If we take a look at the modeling here, I do want to, I definitely want to zoom in because it is, I'm trying to remember how to zoom in. Certainly I want to move over into this particular area. Hopefully it doesn't go too far over. That's okay, because I just want this one particular area over here. This works perfectly. So the green is rain. The green is rain. Dark green is just heavy rain. We have the pink. This is moderate to heavy ice, and then the blue is snow. So this is what we're looking at right here. I do want to take a look and see what we got here for the future forecast. That's how this works. So if we just look here and slowly looking into the future, you can see that most of all snow lifts completely out of northwestern Ukraine. We are getting some colder temperatures coming in from the south in southwestern Ukraine, which is bringing in some sleet and bits of some snow flurries there. We continue to look in the future. We look at 10 p.m. You can see some snow and some sleet, so heavy and rough driving conditions there in central Ukraine. Kyiv and Lviv seems to be rather clear in that portion. Farther north, we are seeing heavier amounts of snow, lots more of sleet. If we can even see here in Kaliningrad Oblast, part of Russia there, majority of all snow. All snow now is going to be over the entire country of Lithuania. And we're going to continue. I do believe we're going to continue to see that. Countries north of Vilnius, we're also seeing a majority of snow. We are seeing some moderate to heavy portions of snow, and I do think we're going to see a majority of the heavy snow stay well to the north, as that's where a majority of the moisture is. So, like in Latvia and Estonia mainly seeing lots of lighter snow and portions of heavier snow, given that that's where that moisture feed is at. So continue going into 4 a.m. UTC time. Snow begins to weaken and die down a little bit. Again, a majority of the snow staying well north, and it being more widespread farther north. Farther south, we still have a lot of not the atmosphere, a little bit more stable, and so we're just seeing pockets of moderate to heavy snow in areas. But again, farther north, the amount of falling is more widespread, but areas of where there is more pockets of snow farther south, it seems to be heavier, but farther north it seems to be relatively lighter, especially over Lithuania. It does not seem to be very heavy at all. I really don't want to go too far into this, but as you can see, that upper level low pressure, which is causing this blizzard, begins to make its way out of here over the next several days. I don't want to go super far in the future. It's just honestly far enough. It's just several days out already. So maybe we can just change clouds and significant weather, pressure, temperature, wind gusts, freezing level, precipitation, snow depth. This is significant weather. Let's go to all. Snow line. That's definitely going to be down here. No idea what I'm even looking at here. And then these are just some watches and warnings that are in effect for portions of Europe. As you can see here, Romania, that's Russia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland. Guess Ukraine no longer exists. Either that or I'm staring right at it. Yeah, this is Ukraine right here. Yeah, because this is Crimean Peninsula. I guess Ukraine is not in this. Okay, not in the watches and warnings, I guess. Poland, Romania, Moldova, Latvia, Estonia, I think, and Latvia in that area. So as you can see, if we look here, I wish you could just hover over it and it would tell you the warning. That would be great. Oh. Here, as you can see, we are strong winds. And again, if we go back here, up there, we are seeing in Vilnius, in that area, we're seeing lots of heavy, moderate to heavy snow right now. So I do believe this is going to continue. I do, in fact, want to go to Zoom Earth and take a look and see what we got here in terms of snowfall in Europe. Please tell me there's radar in Europe. I know there has to be. There we go. Guess there's no radar in Ukraine right now. Or, gosh darn it. But you can see that there is, you can see an some low pressure here. You can actually see the entire area of the center of circulation roughly right in that area. So if you look, we look into the future, we do want to look at precipitation there. You can indeed see that there is that snow there. This doesn't exactly show very much in the form of rain. You can actually look at the precipitation also. This is the icon. I'm just going to go to GFS here. So this right here is light snow. This actually tells you how much snow you're getting per hour. So right now, do not be this close. With this snow that we're getting 1 to 1.5 inches of snow per hour, so that's moderate. But if we look here in portions of Ukraine, it is just rain. It is extremely cold and rainy. Farther up north, we're seeing, you know, the rain is much, much lighter. Moderate rain at a tenth of an inch an hour. Honestly, that's not very heavy at all. A tenth, I would consider that light, personally. So as you can see, that is going to make its way farther. The rain is going to move north. The area of low pressure is going to move its way north, and we're going to see much more isolated pockets of snow. Again, Ukraine is going to see some snow, especially the capital of Ukraine, Kiev, Ukraine. But a majority of that snow does die down and transitions into rain in the Donetsk and Kharkiv region. I think in the Luhansk and Donetsk and Luhansk area, we're going to see more pockets of rain and less snow. But as we go into towards here in a few days, we do expect another pocket of some snow making its way into southern Ukraine, moving over Potva, and Kharkiv could see some snow, I think, but majority of that is going to be rain. Also, I do think we're also gonna see some pretty gusty winds. As you can see here, winds 19 to 20 miles per hour. Let's just go to current December 11th. It's UTC, so this would be all the way back. December 10th. 2 p.m. So that's what we got right here. We're seeing winds, not super strong, but right now it's pretty decent. 10, between 10 and 15 miles an hour. Winds is high, could be up to as high as 20 miles per hour in some areas. But I do want to move over to wind animation and just sort of talk about the wind aspect of this. Can I get wind, please? Can I get... Oh, that's fine. I was hitting the wrong thing. Oh, yeah, this is a miles per hour, not knots. Knots would be a little bit more complicated. So that's why the center of circulation is that of this system. So we're seeing those stronger winds coming in from the north. Even down here, we're seeing some pretty strong winds there in Odessa, Ukraine, and Kherson, coming right off the Black Sea, funneling in into this bay area, kind of pushing the water in and making those winds a little bit stronger. Pushing with those winds of around 30 to 35, almost 40 miles per hour there. But in terms of rain, in terms of snow, I should say, snow is not expected in the southern portions of Ukraine. Not immediately. The air pressure of this system is pretty low. Well, not super low, but compared to normal, you can see how low that air pressure is. Down there as low as 990 millibars. If we go into motion, you're going to see that this system beginning to intensify, getting into the 980s millibars. So this storm is going to just develop and become even stronger there as it makes its way into Belarus, kind of weakening and strengthening there a little bit. 990 millibars, 989. It's going to strengthen a little bit. And then I think as it makes its way into northwestern Russia, it is going to start to weaken, and the winds are going to die down a little bit, and the snow overall is going to be still pretty widespread over entire areas of northeastern Europe and northwestern Russia. So as you can see here, it does weaken. It's not as strong. It's losing its tight center of circulation, and so it's not being able to, it wasn't as tight, so it's not able to bring in those as strong winds near the circulation. So that's what we got right now. Something we're going to closely talk about and continue to monitor as this storm continues to sort of just kind of develop right now. So precipitation right now. Gosh, I wish I got regular radar. Don't really get regular radar. It's not really what we have right now. We don't get really great radar, which is fun. But that's what we have right now. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be continuing talking about this system, and obviously the major winter storm over there in the United States. That's an entire thing. We're having a lot of heavy snow in California right now. We have a moderate risk of severe weather there in the southern portion of the United States. We also are going to have probably blizzard watches, or if not blizzard warnings, in the Midwest. Once this gets over like Nebraska and the Dakotas, South Dakota, Nebraska area, it's going to be a very big storm that is going to affect majority of everyone across the lower 48. So this is going to be a huge system and a big weather event. We will talk more about that as it continues to develop. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.